Hey, Strix here. Have you ever heard of anchoring? hmm Well, girls, they understand this almost instantly, intuitively, because they know the experience of, well, somebody did something bad, and then they remember that thing that that person did. And now every time they see the person, they don't even understand why, but they're already miffed, they're already ticked, they're already pissed, they're already angry. And the person hasn't done anything new to them yet. But they have that anchor, they have that precedent, they have that antecedent event, they have that thing which happened in the past, which now is tied to the person. And so every time they see the person, nothing's happened yet, but they're angry, they're pissed, they're miffed, they're miffed. So think of that phenomenon where there's an instant reaction, and the common word is triggered, okay? But think of that phenomenon, anchoring, and think of ways you can load that in your favor. So we've all had this experience of a really beautiful day or starting the day out on a good foot. You planned your day out, things went out well, and for the rest of the day, a series of fortunate events. Well, because you had positive anchor. And in reverse, we've had this experience where, things, however they started off, you have a bump. Things don't go well. Things get kind of screwed, kind of screwy. It's kind of messed up, and then the rest of the day gets to become exceedingly, progressively, intensively more and more bad, messed up. Well, phenomenon of angers. Think of the reverse of that, though. What if you could engineer your own anchors? What if you could prepare your own anchors? What if you could link extremely strong, pure positive states to certain anchors so that when you need them, you could fire off these anchors on demand at will. And you could have the feeling you have anchored in come out when you need it. And we've all had this experience. Think of the difference between dogs and cats. You get a dog because, come on, it's a positive anchor. If you like validation, if you like being appreciated, here's someone who's forgotten every single wrong thing you've done, who understands or doesn't what happened to your day, but who every time you see them, even if you just forgot your keys for 2 minutes and came back and opened the room, there's your dog. Happy to see you. Positive anchor. Wonderful. Lovely. Now, think of being able to anchor those positive states, to engineer that feeling. How to do it? Well, track back to positive states. And this is just one way of doing it, but try this out. Think back to your most positive states. Write them down. Don't be lazy. Okay, extremely good positive states. States you'd like to have again. States you'd like to have more often. Okay? And, okay, remember the feeling associated with it. Sight, sound, feeling, texture. Good smell, good feelings. Feel what you feel in your body when you feel that feeling, that intense, beautiful moment. Give it a name, give it a color, figure out where it is, amplify it, boost it, and then take it to a side, and then have your engineered specific anchor ready, and take the peak of that state, and then do a move that locks that in, whatever the move is. Okay, and I'd suggest you really generate something extremely special. My favorite when I used to do this stuff was do a Mork and Mindy, where I had a positive state anchored to when I tug my ear, so that sometimes, even accidentally, when I ended up touching my ear, there was that extremely positive state. And no, now you may be asking, is this real? Is this true? Is this just BS? No, it's real. And in fact, you can try it with people around the house or your partners. I have a friend, let's call him Rabbit. He had a specific anchor with someone, and every time he touched that someone in that specific place, and this is an anchor he did on purpose. Every time she hit a certain state, he'd fire off the trigger, latching, anchor, and then the two states got tied together. Eventually, he could just touch her there, and a specific, beautiful, positive state would emerge. Think of what you could do if you could do that. And if you want to explore this further, join us for discussions on neurolinguistic programming, cognitive ease, cognitive flow, what it is to have a this that works better and a this that's doing fine. and join us. We're gonna maybe put together a secret group and join us for our incoming workshops. I'm gonna share a bunch of stuff just because, and it's due. And also something to look up to, something to look forward to. We're having an upcoming NLP certification, Neurolinguistic Programming, where we're gonna talk about anchoring and modeling. And if that's something you like to do, especially if excellence is something that rubs you well, join us. Cheers.